Mm. Oh, cool. Let me see. Drink something. Yeah. Stable. Yeah, you know why? Because for some reason. Feel free to ask any questions you have. I have Joe here with me. Plan to make a few phone calls. Use this. This computer's not that good. Joe, how are you? All right. So, a lot of people have a lot of questions. How are you? All right. So, a lot of people have a lot of questions about what is going on in the situation in China. Any personal from you? You can talk in English. English is actually preferred because I won't be able to respond back or even say anything. Well,
I just prefer to use Chinese to talk.
okay, go ahead.
现在情况是这样的，外面是基本上我能看到的，人都戴着口罩。反正那个我所有收到的微信和这个短信，来自于政府的短信，我们提应该立刻洗手，情况就是这样。By other people.
Okay. The situation about the media and the videos and stories you've been reading.
I think the situation is not good because been suspended and the time to work off is also being
Still
extended.
out?
Yeah.
All right. So why are you worried about, long distance buses?
Long distance.
Yeah, traveling outside of.
To travel as often as usual until this time.
Okay, so you're not happy because you're not traveling.
Yeah.
So where would you travel? At the school. So you're not happy because the schools are still closed, but it's still Chinese New Year. I mean,
Yeah.
February 2nd was the last day of Chinese New Year celebration, right?
But the notice from the government has said that.
Because the kids have to stay at home, or is it good because the kids are being protected?
Yeah.
I mean, what if one student is infected?
Yeah, which means the situation is not good. So.
Okay.
So we have to stay and don't go out.
So you.
The holiday.
Yeah, they should, of course. But obviously, the government is just taking precautions. The airports are outside.
Yeah, but I have to go out. Sometimes I feel very bored at home, so I drive my car to somewhere without a lot of people, maybe without people, just to stay there.
Okay, so there are places that are open.
There are some places open, but most of the stores are closed.
Okay. You're able to buy food?
The big grocery store is still open.
So that's a positive thing. The stores are open, supermarkets are open.
But when you wear mask.
Yeah, of course, that's for protection. But they're not stopping you from buying food and buying things, right?
Without wearing mask, you are not allowed.
Wearing a mask.
Yeah.
What about restaurants? Restaurants are open.
Most of the restaurants are closed.
Okay.
Only a few, but a few people inside.
I know I've asked a few questions, but let's see if. So what about Wuhan? You know anything about Wuhan? I mean, what is it?
Wuhan. the news. From Baidu, the news on Baidu, I only know that many doctors have been sent to there, and people have to stay at home. And if they want to go out, they have to get the permission.
Okay. We have Pat said a lot of buffering in the feed, but watching patiently. Greatly appreciate you watching. Yeah, I don't know why. I think this computer is not as good because the other live stream feed is still there. So there is that I have. Let me see. Now, now, what is this app?
This app is the official account to tell people how many people have been infected every day.
Okay. Now, I know you may or may not be able to see on the screen, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to click it. This is the official notification in the app. I posted it on our notice as well. You won't be able to see it, but Joe, can you read this? I mean, you can read it in Chinese, and then if you can translate it for us into English. I mean, from the top, like who's actually issuing this statement?
Chinese, they are so far.
So 7,826 officially have been infected.
Yeah.
This is just in Wuhan or everywhere?
Everywhere in China.
So this is only for China, okay.
And 170 people are dead.
Okay, so 170 people died, but does it tell you who?
No, there's no information about it.
If it's children, weak, sick, old, we don't know, just the total, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it also said that it is easy for old people and the virus.
Okay.
Almost everywhere. Oh no, every province in China has the infected people now.
Okay.
So the number of the people infected is increasing.
Look for the people that may be infected or looking for help, right? Better than before, because before I think people didn't understand what was happening. Okay, so 7,826 people infected, 139 suspected, meaning not sure, right?
Yeah.
170 deaths, and 133 people have been cured. Okay. Now, were you here when SARS was around? All right, so what happened during SARS?
Actually, I cannot remember the detail. I would take care of I would pay close attention to what I do when the SARS was in China. I have no idea because I think maybe it is more serious than SARS.
I have a big question. What do you know about coronavirus? I mean, like, what do you know about what's happening with this virus? I mean, like,
This virus.
yeah, this virus that's spreading. I mean, like, you know, that people are talking about. Like, what do you know about it?
The first I know from the government TV station. Sorry. they said that this virus is from the market, open market,
Okay.
because from the wild animal, because people eating this wild animal have been infected. I don't think that that is the only reason, only source to 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 be infected by the virus. Maybe somewhere, someone. Uh, Now the government doesn't give the confirmed information about where the virus is from.
So nobody knows.
Yeah.
Basically, the messenger service around here. Yeah, it's because the thing is, a lot of people don't know. There's misinformation, lack of information. It's just people are not aware of exactly what's going on. So it's just no, we are not located inside Wuhan. We are about 400 miles from Wuhan. We're about an hour, hour and a half from Shanghai. Um, I think basically because people actually don't know themselves, so they're getting misfed. No, there are people in Wuhan that I do know. Internet is available, water, everything is available. It's not as scary as what people are making it out to be. They have food, they have water, they have everything. Phone call. I guess somebody had called him. trying to get a hold of a few people so I can call them and we can talk to them as well. And I'm still waiting for Joe. All right, I was able to get a hold of Emily, and Emily's also in Nantong in our area, and I'd like to put her on voice call. Let me give her a buzz. Okay, couldn't get through. Joe, there's a couple questions here. Let me see. Hold on a second. Hello?
Oh, I can hear you now.
All right, perfect. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. I got me and Joe are over here. I got live stream going on for YouTube, and just trying to get a hold of people everywhere around China to let everybody know what's going on. So just hoping that you can give us some feedback.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I can start what they hear, but the government has been writing letters, articles like the truth. But we haven't, most of us, like the foreigners here, we haven't left our apartments. And when we do, it's like once in 2 weeks, like in a week for groceries. And like everything is shut down. Not just because of the virus, it's the New Year's holiday. So we need like supplies, food, too far to buy those and come back. And today, I'm not sure about this, but we can confirm this later. A Chinese friend of mine texted me and told me to stay home because there were 3 new cases today here in the city. And, well, I'm, like I said, from the government, so I'm not sure about this. And for students, the school said they're not sure, but they might shut down the like buy groceries from like RT Mart and all, and they're gonna take our temperature. Because from my building, like people, especially the foreigners, are finding these abandoned dogs, and that's because rumors have been going around saying the animals are one of the reasons for the virus. So people have been abandoned. There's no like, you know, we are not in Wuhan. That thing is for the quarantined area. In the city, I can go out freely whenever I want to. The only problem is that it's a holiday.
Yeah, because they had it.
When the holiday is over.
Yeah, because they had extended it until February 2nd.
Yeah, it's pretty sad for us because we want some of our favorite shops to open, like the one near our building. They've been shut down for 3 weeks, and I hope they open it as soon as possible.
Yeah, but they've been shut down because of Chinese New Year.
Huh?
They've been shut down because of Chinese New Year, not because of this.
Oh, not because of the virus, because of the holiday. It's a holiday right now. So everywhere is shut down. That's all I know. But it's just that.
All right, cool. And like, do you know anybody that's been infected or sick?
No, and the government side, Nantong, so.
Where are they testing them? Like, you have to go there or they come to you?
From their workplace. I think their workplace reports their travel, this January. Like if they have the virus, of course they'll be quarantined. But I don't think people are infected. Like a lot of people are infected here. Here it's like from 3 to 7 people, and they're all been taken to the hospital, and all are Chinese. That's all I know.
Okay, so these people traveled from Wuhan to Nantong, and they're Chinese people.
And they said Nantong, they've traveled to Wuhan, and now they're in number something Nantong hospital. I know it's not like I know people. Careful when I go out. I wear my gloves and mask.
And so you're happy that school's out and suspended for now, or?
Said a little because not because of the school. It's just that I want the shops nearby.
Oh, you just want everything to open so you can buy stuff. I mean, have you been outside today?
Today, no.
Because they have to.
Did you go to the supermarket?
Yeah.
So you weren't worried about you, but you worried about your family. You went to the supermarket.
I went to the supermarket a few days ago. Not today, not yesterday. I did.
Friend, about this report, and wherever this report came from, that caused a little bit of panic for you.
Yeah, a little, because I was like, we're fine, and they're gonna get this under control, and
Chinese, right? Talk to other people that are, not Chinese. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm listening to you.
So they've been going up with the COVID that I know, but that's like only like few people compared to like the number of foreigners here. Because most of them have been posted on Facebook.
So Joe's listening. I mean,
Out as often as you did before?
No, not really. Because I just want to be careful.
Yeah, you have to.
Exactly, we will have to. I mean, better to be. You don't want to die.
No.
well, we don't really know who's dying. I mean, I think it's just the sick and the weak and the elderly, whose immune system is not as good.
Yeah, I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
But this people in Wuhan, that story about taking, I don't know, or
You believe him?
Hmm?
You believe them?
What?
You believe the videos and the stories that you're hearing and reading and watching?
I mean, how many different people post like the same stories? I know the Wuhan area, they're building hospitals as quick as possible, which is pretty amazing because no one has ever done that. But we're here, so we don't really know what's happening there.
The signal is not stable.
Yeah, that's the thing. For some reason, the thing is that I'm trying to get this thing to work, but apparently it's not. So, but what about your family back home? I mean, how do they feel? Did you talk to them?
Yeah, I did, but I think it's nothing like the common thing, and people are just exaggerating it. Like, I don't want them to have a heart attack, so I told them it's nothing. They keep calling me and saying, just try. Oh, no. Nobody. And I think the confidence of Africa is like. Yeah, also South America, I believe.
Right. Quite difficult to do. So, what, like, a lot of people outside that have questions, they're like, the media tells them one thing. Is anything different personally? Got family, friends, students, tons of people around here. Nobody that I know of has an issue. I mean, of course, people are worried.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty understandable. I mean, first of all, to be taken to the hospital.
Anything else? I mean, like, besides wash your hands, I mean.
Okay, other than wash your hands,